welcome to Business Live. This is Susan. And today's topic is, how can India overpower China in business? Nice question, isn't it? So let's get right into it.
Throughout history, superpowers have risen and fallen. The Roman Empire, the most dominant power in the ancient world, tore across Europe and the Middle East in the 2nd century before eventually losing grip on its territories. Likewise, the Mongol Empire, led by Genghis Khan, was the world's largest land empire, yet after divisions separated in the 13th century, they finally lost their grip. The British Empire expanded through trading ventures, and by the early 20th century had become history's largest empire, covering a quarter of the world's surface with a fifth of the world's population living in it. After the Second World War, the United States rose as a world superpower, with 50% of the world's GNP is a strong emerging economic and military superpower, and the term secondary superpower has already been credited to China.
From agrarian economy to global superpower in half a century, China is the global factory of the world. China's global output value in 1990 was 3%. And now it is almost 25%. China's transformation has been an economic success story unlike any other.
The emergence of China as the new global superpower. She's already an economic superpower.
Marks 40 years since the country's economy opened up to the rest of the world, a move that ultimately turned China into a global economic powerhouse, second in GDP only to the United States.
I think that we have seen in the last 40 years has been very beneficial for the Chinese people.
Today, China is the world's second largest economy. They are ruling most of the sectors. 80% of air conditioning manufacturers is China. 70% of mobile made in China. 60% of shoes are made in China. 50 to 60 cement is produced by China. 45 to 50% of coal production is done by China. 40 to 45% shipbuilding is done by China. Approximately 50% steel is produced by China. 50% of apple coming to the world market is from China. USA is supplying only 6% and India is in the 5th place. After the USA, the most powerful country in the economy is China with $23+ trillion. China is number 1 in exporting, followed by the USA, and India is in the 18th place. People's perception is that China makes low-quality goods. Well, I have news for you. 60% of the branded and luxury goods come from China. Yes, you heard me right. 60% of the branded items and luxury goods come from China. You can check on the screen how the GDP growth of China, and now they are at the 2nd position in the world. India is not too behind though. India is in the 5th place. How is China topping in most of the sectors? What different are they following? Now, you may ask me, what are they doing different that they are one of the leading countries? Mass production. The Chinese are suddenly good at mass production because all the tooling is there, along with the factory. To be short, there is no doubt mass production can reduce product cost effectively. Hence, Chinese merchants are competitive with other countries. China makes and sells more manufacturing goods than any other country on the planet. The range of Chinese goods include iron, steel, aluminum, textiles, cement, chemicals, toys, electronics, rails, cars, ships, aircrafts, and many other products. We in India lack in mass production because most of the small business people do not want to aim big, concentrate on mass production. They are very happy with a small production. So if we as India want to be in the world market and we want to compete equally to China and other big countries, we need to start concentrating and focusing on mass production and start selling our goods in the world market for a lesser cost. And only then we will be able to get out there just like China and be equal to them, or maybe even go ahead. Now, the next point is agriculture. Another area where the Chinese set the global standards is agriculture. There are nearly 300 million Chinese farmers, larger than the entire population of every country except China, India, and the US. Rice is the dominant agricultural product in China. But the country is also very competitive in wheat, tobacco, potato, peanuts, millet, pork, fish, soya beans, corn, tea, and oilseeds. Farmers also export large amounts of vegetables, fruits, novel meats to nearby countries and regions, Hong Kong in particular. In India, we have to take a lot of measures in supporting our farmers in agriculture, as we in India have a higher scope in agriculture and will be able to bring India up by supporting our farmers, because in India we stand a better chance in agriculture and we have more potential. So as Indians, we need to support our farmers in agriculture so that we could bring our country forward and be able to support our country to go forward in the world market in agriculture. Copy to China from China. There used to be a time when people say China is a country who copies the product from other countries and manufacture the same in their country and start supplying to all for a lesser cost. But things have changed so much now that there are many countries that started following China's practice and following China as an example for their development. It is lower wages and productive labor. Most of the people working in China are more productive. The government ensures to get involved in developing people. For example, if we make 10 TVs in 1 hour, Chinese laborers make 40 TVs. So in India, we have to improve our laboring skills and start focusing for more mass production to compete with China. When we increase our mass production, we can also give for lesser cost and be more competitive in the world market. Is female participation in the workforce. China's workforce is characterized by a higher than average female participation in the manufacturing industry. Western culture analysis of gender division in workforce have little relevance in China's economic growth. This, along with one-child policy, which has meant women were involved in child raising for a much shorter period than in many other countries, has made a much larger workforce available. In India, we also see a lot of growth for female employees and for females to participate actively in the working culture, but we have a long way to go still. Is special economic zones and FDI. Foreign investments was encouraged in the initial phase of economic growth. They tended to locate in one of 6 special economic zones or 14 open cities in which a relaxation of regularization and government control created a more attractive business environment. These are designated zones where transnational corporations are offered incentives such as reduced tax rates to set up manufacturing operations. We see similar activities in India currently. We have 373 special economic zones. So, we need to start working towards establishing all these zones and making it better. Then, there you go. You can see India leading in the market easily. Overall, India has a high chance of becoming the next superpower country because of economic growth, diplomacy and smooth international relations, population, military power, stable democracy, science and technology, artificial intelligence, tourism, infrastructure, education system. These are a few points that we need to concentrate on, and we can become the next superpower in the world. So I hope you like this video. If you do like it, please like, share and subscribe. This is me signing off for today. I will see you soon with more videos. Until then, goodbye.